that people are sick. I'm saying that you are predisposed to those negative comorbidities. Then the mundane sense is called disease, right? I'm not about promoting diabetes. I'm not about promoting high cholesterol. I am not about promoting mental health. Ding, 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 ding. I actually have a little bell. Hold on. Super cute. So, segue, mental health. This is the biggest thing that people need to work on. So, I can't speak for other people, but I can speak from experience. At 400 pounds, with Jeffree fucking Star giving me mad props and business cards and opportunities and all of this fun stuff, he didn't know that I was like almost having to go in an ambulance from the whole situation because I couldn't breathe. My legs were so swollen. There were skin falling over the tops of my shoes. And did I mention I couldn't fucking breathe? It was bad. But I knew every time I looked in the mirror, I was not happy. I was severely in a deep, dark place. Not a trench, not a hole. It was more of a grave, a really dark, dirty, cold grave. I was fighting with depression every single day. But I still wanted to get up and show up because I knew if I forced myself to get up and show up, that energy was going to come back to me. And that's where the change happens. So I decided to, against all doctor's orders, I found a surgeon who I trusted and who was willing to take a risk on me. And I died 6 times during the surgery, but I had the surgery to start making change. I didn't ever have a problem with food. The medications, lupus, and a whole bunch of other shit that I had, immune disorders. Right now I have mixed connective tissue disorder, but everything is in remission because I chose to make a change. Little seeds that you plant outside in your herbal gardens or your chia pets or whatever people do these days. I don't have a green thumb, so I don't know anything about botany at all. But you need to be focused on planting the seeds in your mind. So I do a lot of spiritual stuff. I'm a spiritual being. So, for example, last night after I was done doing a TikTok live, I do free tarot readings on TikTok. And during the time after I finish reading, I go into this teacher, instructor, educational mode. And this is where I'm coming from today. I want to talk about changing the way that you think. So, say Susie Q is in my TikTok and she's like, hey, I want to know if Cole is going to stay with Sierra or is he going to come back to me? I find those questions totally fucking stupid because why would you ever think of yourself so low that you're willing to be second best to anybody, including yourself? That leads me as a reader, as an instructor, as a psychic, as an empath, clairvoyant, medium. That shows me everything I need to know, and I didn't need any of those titles. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out what's wrong with what she's asking. If a motherfucker wants to go be with somebody else and you're asking me, is he going to go stay with her or come back to me? I'm going to preach to you because you are deflecting a lot. And you need to be reflecting. deflecting and reflecting, right? That's what we're talking about. Change. That's a change. It's a circle, the circle of life, where we have good days, the apex, the top of the circle. And then we have what I call the trenches, the downside of the circle. And this is called the balance. We try to walk in the middle, right? So when we're on the apex, when we're on the upswing and you got good energy and the money's coming in and you're feeling great about life, life is great. People can take their blessings and their bountiful prosperity, health, wealth, all of that fun stuff. And some people get addicted to that high. And that's where greed creeps in. So then when the pendulum swings to the trenches, you got to go through the bad. This is what people call Mercury in retrograde. There's always this bad time of the month when Mercury's in retrograde, and people are just like, oh, well, we got to wait for it to pass. And they're like, why me? Why me? This is the downslide, the trenches. You are in control of how deep your trench is. But you don't know that until somebody tells you. So that's what I was talking about last night, and that's what I'm talking about now. Instead of Susie Q asking about Cole and Sierra, Susie Q needs to get the fuck out of that whole situation. Why? Because one, it's negative as fuck, and two, she needs to focus on self. Obviously, Cole is not going to give Susie Q what she needs. He may give her what she wants, but the universe is always going to give you what you need. And if you force something that's not supposed to happen, well, that's when your trenches get deeper and deeper and deeper. So when you're on the upside and everybody's getting bountiful around you and you're still sitting in the trenches, you did that to yourself. You dug a hole so deep. Everybody else knew that Mercury in retrograde was coming, so we were all prepared. So our trenches weren't so deep. So we get out faster, and you're looking up at us from the bottom because you're still trying to find your footing to climb your way out of this hole. We didn't do anything different except understand that there has to be a balance. We have to walk in the middle of light and dark. We have to walk in the middle of negative and positive. What we put out, we have to understand that's going to come back to us with interest, right? So if you're putting out a bunch of greed, whenever the universe is blessing you on the apex of the circle, then when we get in the trenches, guess what? It's going to take you longer to climb out because you were greedy. It's one of the deadliest sins. Greed, 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 gluttony, all that stuff. So how do we change this, Teresa? Why are we talking about this? Because it takes 30 days to break a bad habit and learn a new way to think. Right? That's what we're here to do. Make change. So, like the lyrics of this song, the butterfly on the table, the fly on the table and pulling off the wings and all of this stuff, it's all symbolic of change. The whole song. I implore you, please go listen if you don't know or you're not familiar with the song. And it's about transformation. So, right now, my psychic business is really fucking booming, as it always does this time of year, because people are transforming and they don't understand why. They don't understand what they did wrong or what they did right to be so blessed or be so depressed. If you understand that the moon controls everything, and just now we have apps. Download the app. I don't have any sponsorship or advertisement for talking about this app. I'm just a huge advocate for it. It is called Moonly. Moon like the moon up in the sky, and the letters L-Y. Download it. Pay attention to it. if it'll tell you even by hours what is going on in your life based on your birth date and time and where you were born. Am I telling everybody to go worship the devil? If you think so, if you say so, no. I don't believe in that little dude. Don't believe in him at all. But I do believe in manifestations and manifesting your own destiny. I'm a huge advocate for changing people's minds and way of thinking. Instead of asking questions, turn your question into an affirmation. So instead of saying, last night, one of the girls that I read for in the live, she asked, hey, I went on a job interview today, and I want to know if I'm going to get the job. So while I'm shuffling the cards to see what's in the cards for her, and I'm pulling on her energy, I'm also educating her. What is wrong with that question? She wants to know, did her interview go well, and is she going to ultimately get the job? Well, she was doing really good, but then she put on doubt. Questions are doubt. Doubt is negativity. Again, questions are doubt. Doubt is negativity. So she implored that doubt on that situation. And I have to tell her, hey, you're already pulling away from that energy of that new job opportunity because you're questioning it. Instead of being proactive and affirming and claiming that you already have the job, you need to walk in confidence and start buying a new wardrobe for your new job. Put that energy out there. Manifest yourself in that position, whatever it may be. And then follow up. We're still human. While we can focus and manifest and do all these things with our time and energy, and crystals, of course, crystals are super important. But if we take the mundane human part of us, this temporary vessel, and actually follow up with the company, which was my advice to her, after I told her, stop planting doubt. Y'all, everybody plants doubt. I am still guilty of it, and I catch myself, and I say, no, this is what I mean. I don't live in the world of think. I don't live in the world of if. I don't live in the world of who, what, when, where, how, or why. I create my own destiny every day that I am blessed with life. If you get up in the morning, you put your feet on the ground, and decide to take those steps forward to whatever the day has to offer you, and you are like dragging ass, you're fatigued, you're depressed, you don't want to go to work because you fucking hate what you do, and you complain about it all the time, you're putting all negative energy into something that you need to move on from. If you don't like where you fucking work, find out what your passion is and go after that. Who the fuck is holding you back? You. Unless you're in an actual fucking hostage situation, you are the only person that's holding you back. And so people sit back and they watch you go through these evolutionary changes of radicalism where you have super high highs and then super low lows. It's because your high highs means you're being greedy. Remain humble and give back when we're on the upswing of anything, health, wealth, prosperity, whatever you're being blessed with. Balance it out. Don't write checks that your ass can't cash. Word up, Limp Bizkit. So, anyways, don't write checks that your ass can't cash, first of all, which means don't try to live beyond your means. Stop doing that. My dad did that our whole lives, and we were always having to move and do this and do that, cars rotating in and out. It was just, he just needed to manifest it and stop trying to take the easy way out and just go live beyond your means. That's negative. You're taking the blessings that the universe is giving you and